The Pharisees were a prominent religious group in the New Testament of the Bible, particularly during the time of Jesus. They were a sect of Judaism known for their strict adherence to Jewish law, and they were considered experts in the interpretation and application of the Torah, the Jewish Holy Scriptures. The Pharisees believed in the resurrection of the dead, the existence of angels, and the importance of oral tradition in addition to written scripture. They were concerned with maintaining ritual purity and upholding the moral and ethical aspects of Jewish law. They often emphasized the importance of piety, prayer, and good deeds. In the New Testament, the Pharisees are frequently portrayed as opponents of Jesus and his teachings. They questioned and criticized Jesus, particularly when he challenged certain aspects of traditional Jewish law and authority. However, it's important to note that not all Pharisees were hostile to Jesus, and some may have been sympathetic to his message. The conflict between Jesus and the Pharisees is a central theme in the Gospels, but it's essential to recognize that the Pharisees were a diverse group, and not all of them shared the same views or attitudes toward Jesus. According to the New Testament accounts, the Pharisees were among the religious leaders who opposed Jesus and saw him as a threat to their authority. They viewed him as a heretic and blasphemer, and they wanted to get rid of him. Their opposition to Jesus was rooted in religious and political concerns. The crucifixion of Jesus was ultimately carried out by the Roman authorities, particularly by the order of Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea at the time. The Pharisees and other religious leaders brought Jesus before Pilate, accusing him of various charges, including claiming to be the king of the Jews and fomenting rebellion. They wanted Pilate to deal with Jesus as a political threat. Pilate, for his part, appears to have been reluctant to execute Jesus and initially tried to pass the responsibility to the Jewish authorities, suggesting they handle the matter themselves. However, the religious leaders insisted on crucifixion, and Pilate eventually gave in to their demands, possibly to maintain peace and order in the region. So, while the Pharisees played a role in opposing Jesus and pushing for his crucifixion, it was ultimately the Roman authorities, particularly Pontius Pilate, who made the decision to execute Jesus on the cross. The motivations and dynamics surrounding this event are complex, and interpretations of the role of the various parties involved can vary among different Christian traditions and scholars.